Ce feu symbolise mon propre peuple. Il symbolise la société israélienne qui s'autodétruit.
They try to rule the Palestinians and they try to take over the Jews also. There is no freedom here. There is no democracy like you see.
I speak as a Jew. I speak as a Jew who grew up after the Holocaust.
I'm a Jew born in America in 1948.
I'm anti-Zionist because I am the daughter of Holocaust survivors.
As a Jewish person and as an American.
There are some Jews and Israelis that are ashamed to be Jews and Israeli in these days.
As a Jewish American artist working in a time-based medium, I must note I'm accepting this award on the 336th day of Israel's genocide in Gaza and 76th year of occupation.
I speak as a Jew who's been very involved in standing up to stop genocide, because when I grew up after the Holocaust, I was told that we must never let genocide happen again.
אני רוצה להיות יהודי כמו פעם, כמו לפני 150 שנה, שחיו פה בשלום בשמחה, שכל הפלסטינים יחזרו לפה, כולם יחזרו לכל המקומות, לתל אביב, הכל שייך לכם.
The Jewish story of today is not the story of our suffering in the past, which gives us total innocence and the right to do whatever we want. Our story of today is the story of what we are doing to another people.
I am horrified by the Israeli government's massacre of well over 65,000 Palestinians in Gaza.
The Shoah is baked into my DNA, and that's why I call for Palestinian liberation.
Oppressing the entire people and the continuation of killing and stealing the land is in total violation of not only human rights violations and international norms, but it also goes against the very basics of Jewish belief.
The real enemy is from within. The messianic, crazy, extreme groups of Israelis that think that they can kick out the Palestinians and annex their territories.
And I'm proud to be among those who will not stand by and allow this blood to be on our hands with our tax dollars, our weapons and our diplomatic covers.
Israël viole depuis 75 ans toutes les résolutions de l'ONU, toutes les conventions de Genève, et personne ne dit rien.
As the son of a Holocaust survivor, I find it difficult to make the Nazi analogy. But over the past 16 or so months, it has been very difficult to watch the genocide in Gaza and not think back to the horrific images of what was done to Jews by the Nazis.
Le grand rabbin de France, il a dit qu'il était fier de l'action d'Israël, mais cet homme est fou.
A minute of silence for each of the Bibas children would be appropriate, as would a minute of silence for each of the more than 18,000 Palestinian children murdered in Israel's devastation of Gaza. That silence would extend to over 300 hours.
Well, Israel can only exist as a Jewish state if it manages demographics to maintain a Jewish majority. And it does so by displacing, imprisoning, and murdering Palestinians routinely.
In the full knowledge of what's going on, they have reached a consensus that it must be that by the end of this conflict, Gaza will be no more.
The biggest single enemy to the Jewish people are not the Islamic supremacists. The biggest enemy you have is inside the wire. Progressive Jewish billionaires that are funding all this stuff. They are the number one enemy, and the people in Israel have to set that right.
What is happening in Gaza is a Holocaust, and Netanyahu and Trump are open about their final intentions, which is the ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. If it walks like a fascist, if it talks like a fascist, and if it kills children like a fascist, then it is a bloody fascist.
I want to add that Jews, Muslims, and Christians have lived together in peace for centuries.
Je pense que nous sommes les vrais juifs qui luttons contre l'antisémitisme, puisque Nous n'avons pas oublié la fraternité humaine et je pense que nous sommes les plus grands défenseurs du peuple juif et de ses valeurs.
And I tell you, Rabbi, that the day will come when we will be on our knees in contrition and beating our breasts in shame for what we have done. And may that day come speedily and in our times, as the Jewish prayer goes.
The International Court of Justice agrees Israel needs to stop the genocide, and the US can stop the genocide right now with a simple phone call.
The only solution is to bring hopefully a peaceful dismantlement to the state of Israel, which
they have owned this land. It's called Palestine. We want the peaceful situation like it was before.